What is up, ladies? And welcome back to Let's Unwind Podcast. I hope everyone is in good spirits tonight. Nava, how you feeling?
I am feeling good and pissed off still, y'all. I have been pissed off for days because of what's going on with the whole Cynthia G situations. But other than that, I am feeling good because I
Oh,
have my black cherry margarita
okay.
and girl, I've been mixing it up today. I've been drinking some lemon drop martinis and black. Y'all, I'm not an alcoholic. I promise. I only
Not the
drink
disclaimer.
Disclaimer, I only drink a few times a week, but when we come on here, we do like to unwind and we do like to grab us something to drink because we have had long weeks. And so this is our time
Mm,
to relax. But
this is.
I do have my black cherry margarita right now, and I had earlier martinis.
Well,
What
that
you
lemon
got going
drop
on? What
sounds
you
delicious. I just got a
eh,
regular Moscato. Yes,
Moscato?
yes. And it's got me feeling good. It's feeling good. It's feeling good. I'm still sipping though. So we're gonna see how this
Yeah,
unwinds tonight. But tonight, ladies, we are gonna talk about what tolerable levels of permanent unhappiness. I know
yeah,
y'all have seen this on TikTok, y'all have seen this on YouTube. But we just kind of wanted to do our own little spin on it tonight for y'all. And woo,
yeah.
when I say, girl, this was endless amounts of information of women coming out the
Endless.
woodworks. Yes,
So,
how common this is.
yeah. The original video creator is Shar Henley. If y'all don't follow her, go follow Shar Henley's channel on YouTube. She has a very good
Yes,
channel, and I don't mind like dropping names if I love these women's
yes,
channels. We need to support each other,
each
especially going
other.
into 2024. So we're going to get
Okay.
into the original video. It for those who haven't heard about the tolerable level of permanent unhappiness, and I know a lot of y'all are going to be able to relate, or y'all know somebody that's going through this now.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to get into the original video first, and then we're going to show some clips of women who can relate, and then we'll come back with our commentary after we show you guys a few clips. So you want to go ahead and play the original video,
Yes, let's get
Star?
into it.
I just found something on Reddit that is kind of groundbreaking and I needed to share it with you guys because it put words to something that I couldn't voice for a really long time. And I think we need to add it to our vocabulary like weaponized incompetence and king baby. I found it in this Reddit thread. My partner came home all outraged that his friend was crying as he had been dumped. Since I'm friends with the ex-girlfriend, I wasn't surprised and told him so. When he went to see his mate the next day, he was being supportive. I told him to ask a few questions to ascertain whether he really was caught off guard, as if it was unexpected to me. I'm confused why it would be unexpected to the man in the actual relationship. Partner came home and went, So I spoke to him and he said he knew she'd been unhappy, but he thought it was just a rough patch. So yeah, he did know. He wasn't caught off guard. He just thought it was a tolerable level of permanent unhappiness. My friend, the ex-girlfriend, is thriving. A tolerable level of permanent unhappiness. Wow, that is a life-changing sentence. I agree because this is what I think is the baseline for men. They get into relationships with women that works for him, but where she suffers. And then slowly chip away at her freedom and her happiness and used weaponized incompetence to get her to a tolerable level of permanent unhappiness. That's what it is.
About me personally, I'm not staying in a relationship with anybody when I'm unhappy. Period. Listen, okay, so I saw this. It says your minimum level of unhappiness is their maximum effort in the relationship. They are okay if you're unhappy. They are okay. Like, have you ever seen somebody in a relationship and they're constantly complaining about the same thing, and it's usually something really basic. When they feel like you won't leave, what's the point in changing? What is the point in picking up after myself if you're just going to keep doing it? Yeah, you're going to be mad about it, but you're not going anywhere. So why would I clean up after myself if I just have to listen to you fuss for a little bit and then like you'll get over it. Bitch.
He just thought it was a tolerable level of permanent unhappiness.
Oh my God, this. So this guy that I was just seeing had been married for 20 years and he's in his first year of being single. That's the first red flag, but let me go on. This phrase adequately explains how he talked about the last 5 years of his marriage and how he was so surprised that his wife asked for a divorce. There is an astounding number of men who are newly divorced flooding the dating apps right now. See, this is the first time in our history where women do not need to financially and otherwise rely on a man for survival. And a lot of these newly divorced men are king babies. I made a doctor's appointment by myself. Great, you're almost fucking 50. You should. The latent misogyny tells me that a lot of these men don't want partners. They want mothers, maids, and sex slaves. I said what I said.
A tolerable level of permanent unhappiness. This was a video that was just done recently. I will tag the creator, by Shar Henley. And I believe this is exactly what we are awakening from at this time. This is why this decade will be considered the decade or the great divorce. Because people are awakening to understanding that we don't have to put up with bullshit. There is no prize at the end of the day for having the shittiest life with the most tolerable level of unhappiness. Because you see, when you're raised in a toxic environment, you think that that's what life is. You think that life is a pile of shit that you just have to get through. You think that marriage is nothing but yelling and fighting, and that kids crying and screaming is just the way the world is supposed to work. And we are now waking up to the fact that that's not how it's supposed to be. You see, you're not going to get a prize at the end of this for suffering. You're not going to get pension for staying in a shitty marriage. You're not even going to get a pension for staying at a shitty job. There's no award handed out for staying in a friendship with an asshole. So wake the hell up and recognize that life isn't supposed to be a flaming pile of shit of unhappiness. There's no prize for suffering. So end the bullshit. Get a job that you like, even if you have to live in a small apartment. Get a partner that doesn't treat you like shit, that you are so used to being unhappy because your parents were assholes and now you're used to being treated like a pile of garbage. Life is not supposed to suck.
That the first video after Shar's video, where she was just like, yeah, they're gonna complain and bitch a little bit, but they know that you're gonna do it and tolerate it. How truthful those alarms rung in my head. Like, I've heard so many people and been in that situation where it's like, yeah, I know you're still gonna do it. You're gonna just complain. I've literally heard it.
Yeah, they're used to that.
They're
used to that
out their
cycle.
mouth. Yes, like she's gonna bitch and complain a little bit, but she's gonna do it and she's gonna tolerate it and just go on about her way. Like, girl, that one
Which means that women are insane. Of insanity is continuing to do the same thing over and over again. And we do. And another thing I wanted to point out is that all of these women were of different racial makeups. They were not just Black women, they were different races of women. And this is why on this channel I don't want to speak on just Black women and Black men, because this is an issue that is worldwide, it's global, and women. It's not a race thing. Like, Black women are not just being difficult. It's like a woman and man thing, and because we don't speak to a lot of different people of different cultures, we wouldn't know what's going on in their cultures. But thanks to internet, we do know that this is not an issue with Black women and Black men. And another thing I wanted to say is that the gray to get a partner, when she said get a partner, it doesn't have to be a man, like a romantic relationship with a man.
Right.
Women can be roommates and do so much better if you pick the right roommate, not just any woman roommate. You have to pick the right roommate, and y'all have to be on the same page when it comes to men and relationships and friendships and just everything. Like, y'all have to be the same person, but the basics, like this kind of stuff, like, y'all have to be on the same page to get along. So Yeah, that's what I got out of these videos. Like, it's about to be a change in 2024 because it is a huge wave of women who are getting divorced. And I think these men are noticing it. They're messing with Cynthia G's channel because they think that
Right.
she's the sole reason. They think she's the sole
Right.
reason for women not wanting them. But no, a lot of these women haven't heard of Cynthia G. They're probably hearing Char Henley. They may hear
Mhm.
people like us. Thousands of women are on the internet voicing the same exact thing. So,
Right.
yeah.
Okay. But yeah, we're gonna go into the next couple of clips and then we'll come back with commentary.
You know what's crazy to me? A lot of people live at what I call a tolerable level of unhappiness. And I think that shit is whack. Let's talk about it. A tolerable level of unhappiness is knowing that you don't feel as good as you could. You're not as happy as you could, but because you can tolerate it, you just stay there, which means staying in relationships that don't make you happy, staying at jobs that don't make you happy, living in a city that you don't feel comfortable in, living in an apartment or a house that you don't feel comfortable in. So it just grinds at you every day, but enough that it's not like ruining your life, but you're unhappy. But you have figured out that it's like a tolerable level of unhappy. So you just kind of go with it and you're like, it's not horrible. I'm not dying. I can live with it. But here's what happens. After years of living that way, it tears away at your joy. It tears away at your creativity. It tears away at your spiritual alignment. It tears away a lot of times at your physical health because unhappiness does translate to physical dis-ease. It tears away at your mental health. And also life is short. Why would you want to live at a tolerable level of happiness, not the highest level of joy that you can have, right? And so I bring this up to just bring awareness to it. Are you in a state where you're happy enough or you're like, my life is okay? That's what that is. When you're like, it kind of sucks, but ha ha ha, it's always like this. It's not funny. Stop laughing. When you're like, but that's just life. Everybody's stuff sucks. No, everyone's life does not suck. These are little things that we say and that are part of popular culture that make it okay for us to just be unhappy. It ain't. It's not okay. Happiness is possible. Healing is possible. Transformation is possible. Living at a high level of energy is possible. So if you find yourself just like dragging yourself through life or sliding through life like a snail, I would encourage you to think about what parts of your life have you not that happy? Is it your job? Is it your business? Is it your friends? Is it your spouse? What things in your life? Is it how you feel about your body and your health? What things in your life make you just feel like, it's all right? Right? Those are the things that we want to focus first on investing in and improving so that you can actually feel happy and not at just some mediocre level of living. Because my love, you deserve a lot more than that. And remember, as always, Auntie loves you.
A tolerable level of permanent unhappiness. I heard this phrase the other day and I was like, I got to share it with you guys. A tolerable level of permanent unhappiness. And so many of you are walking around with this and might not even realize it, but there's some comfort in the awfulness and the discomfort because it's predictably awful. It's like you want to lose weight, like you really do. You're uncomfortable in your skin. The scale determines your mood. You're starting over every single morning. And you know that you can show up powerfully and authentically for those around you and for yourself, but you are keeping yourself stuck by staying small. You're tired, you're weak, you vow to start over every single morning, and then you beat yourself up again when it doesn't happen. And people change for one of two reasons. They're either scared of where they are or they're really inspired to go somewhere else. So get more scared or get more inspired because you deserve to move out of this permanent level of unhappiness. And once you realize that's what you're doing, then you can start to make steps to move out of it because you deserve to feel amazing. You deserve to be fit, healthy, strong, sexy. You deserve to lose the weight, and I want to see you get there.
Yes, toxic, harmful, just like shitty behavior in men towards women in relationships is so normalized that like we don't even have the tools to recognize like, am I actually happy in this relationship? Is this relationship good for me? Or am I just like, I have a boyfriend, I have a husband, and that's what I'm supposed to do, and it's supposed to feel okay, but I guess it's not supposed to feel great all the time. Like, we don't even have the tools to recognize that. It starts so young when you're like a kid and people are like,
that boy's harassing you because he likes you, he's mean to you because he wants to date you. And then it just escalates from there. Like, have you ever been on the dating subreddit where 90% of the posts are from women and they're like, my husband, my boyfriend, he's the best, greatest man I've ever met, but he does this thing that is incredibly toxic. It upsets me. I've told him it upsets me and he just doesn't care. And it's just like, we just think that to be with men, we have to be a little bit unhappy. And I feel so grateful that I am with a man who treats me so well. It's such a healthy relationship that like, I feel like it is my duty to tell other women, like younger women specifically, like you can expect more. You can ask for more, you can demand more, and you can leave if you're not getting it. It doesn't have to be this like awful thing that caused a breakup, like he did something horrible. Like if the relationship is not improving your life, you don't have to be with him. And like, I have been with men before, boys, men, whatever, where like I liked them, but until I started asking these intentional, difficult questions that get at like, do I like him enough to commit to him? Is he treating me well enough that like this relationship is improving my life? Or am I just with him just to be with him, just to have a boyfriend? Like that is what it took for me to realize like there is a big difference between like what you are expected to just accept and tolerate and what you should accept for like a good life alongside of a man.
So go watch her video, but it's talking about this Reddit post that she came across about this couple that broke up and the man was taken aback or confused or didn't see it coming. And then at the end of the Reddit post, it turns out he did see it coming because he did know that she was unhappy. He just thought that she was at a tolerable level of permanent unhappiness. And so he used his weaponized incompetence to keep her at that level until she finally snapped. And so I think that's what happens in a lot of relationships. Is that we all have our tolerable level of unhappiness that we're willing to feel. And then over time, over fights or arguments or issues that arise, you discuss them, you figure out a way to move forward, you figure out a way to fix them on both sides, you outline like this needs to happen, this needs to happen, this needs to happen. But what happens is that most of the time people don't back up their words with actions. And so after every argument, that rubber band, that lax rubber band that had some give is now stretched out. And then the next argument, it stretches out even further. So there's a little less give to get, and eventually it's going to get so stretched out that you're going to reach a level of unhappiness that you're no longer going to tolerate. And then the rubber band snaps. And that's when relationships end because people use weaponized incompetence. They've been told exactly what the issues are. They've been told exactly what the other person needs to fix the issue. And then they don't back up their words with actions. And then they don't understand how you got there. And I think that was a great post that I came across because I know so many people like this right now. And I've experienced this. And it's kind of like to have it put into words that permanent level of unhappiness, tolerable unhappiness, it was just kind of like, pew. Anyway, that's my thoughts for this Thursday night.
I was tagged in a video where the creator is talking about men in relationships and adding a term to the existing term for men, the existing ones being weaponized incompetence and king baby, and adding the term a comfortable level of permanent unhappiness. I'll include the video below, but it had me thinking about that term and how it shows up in the relationship between white women and black women. Go with me here. A quick overview. It came from a Reddit thread where a man came home upset because his friend's girlfriend broke up with him. And he was upset about it. He was upset because his friend was upset. And so the man's wife was like, go back to your friend and ask some more questions. After the man did that, he came back to the wife and said, yeah, apparently she'd been saying that she was unhappy for a while. There's a lot of things going on. And the connection that I'm making with the relationship between black women and white women has me thinking mostly about this current fight with reproductive rights, where we have seen women, specifically white women, saying that we need to band together, we need to join together, we all need to fight together. And then also the subsequent response when Black women have said, we are tired, that we've been doing this forever, that we've been asking for you to stand up for us forever, and you don't until you need us. And because we coexist, Black women have found that comfortable level of permanent unhappiness. We have recognized that no matter how many times we tell you how frustrated we are, how disappointed we are, how much more support we need as a response to the support that we've been giving you our entire existence, we don't get it. And then y'all act surprised when we express our frustration. And just like women are leaving men and thriving after telling their spouses and their partners for years that they're unhappy, for years that they don't feel loved and supported, Black women are now feeling comfortable to say, we don't feel loved, we don't feel supported, we don't feel cared for. And because of that, we are tired of going to the front lines only to come back after fighting for you all and being dismissed and discarded again. This message is for white women specifically. Before you get upset at a Black woman telling you, find somebody else to do it, think about how many times we have been telling you what we need, and think about how many times we've already done for you what you've needed. Make sure y'all stay hydrated, and also consider this a journal prompt, and think about where the big feelings that are likely going to come up from this message should actually go.
Okay, ladies. That's a lot to unpack.
It is, yeah, a lot.
I'm gonna let you go with notes, and I have a lot to unpack. So you can go ahead and start first.
Okay. The lady with the little gold hoops, when she was talking, it was like, I don't know, when she was saying things, it kind of struck him like a light bulb. It was like, you get so comfortable in your day-to-day routine, you know what I mean? And going about your life and just dealing with stuff that, I don't know about you, Nava, but it seems like if I reach that level, I don't even think I know how to act, because you just tolerate stuff and you just keep going and you deal, you know what I mean? And you get to a point to where you don't even think about it anymore. Like, you just deal with it. It becomes second nature. So that was ringing for me personally.
I could relate with a lot of what everybody said. Y'all know Zara, we do the little Reddit reads we do. So when one of the ladies said about the toxic Reddits, when the women say, but they'll say, my husband is a good man or my boyfriend is a but, and then they'll go into like the most toxic story ever.
That's the video I was talking about. Yeah, her.
Okay, like, child, like a couple of them said something about the Reddit. And if y'all haven't checked out our Reddit reads, I think we have like 3 of them posted now.
Yeah.
So y'all can go check out our Reddit reads. But yeah, it's a lot of women on there. They'll say, my husband or my boyfriend is a good man, but, and they'll go into this horrible story. And I'm like, no, he's not. But in our minds, because of society, we're really thinking we got this great man. But when they describe him to the rest of the world, it's like, baby, no. Like, what is that? Hell no. Bullshit. A bullshit moment.
But that's another thing, is like, it's so great to hear women talking, like sharing that, like she said, like the way she described it, she said, it's my duty to let women and girls know. Yes, that's how I feel. Like, it is our duty. This is what this channel for, is to let younger women and girls know, hey, experience it, boo. Okay? That's not normal. It's not healthy. You should not be feeling like that on a regular basis. You can be happy. Like the lady in the pink dress said, you actually can be happy. Like, life does not have to feel like shit. Like, but we get so caught up that you just like, it's second nature almost, well, for me, to just go through, deal with it, and then it repeats itself. Like the whole wash, rinse, repeat. Yeah. Oh, child.
Yeah. I like the analogy that the lady with the blonde hair was talking about, the rubber band analogy. And then she was talking about how most men don't back up their words with actions, how like you'll be fussing at them for so long about a certain issue, and then they'll do it for like a day or two. and then they'll just go back to being the way they
Right
were
back to
because
their
they just
ways.
kind of just want to shut you up and just like, okay, she's
Yep.
unhappy, but if I do that, they know that if
If
they
I do
do it
this
for
right
a day
now,
or two,
yeah,
she'll shut up and be happy, but then that should be enough for
exactly.
her to keep her in a tolerable
Yep.
level of permanent. They keep that cycle
Unhappiness.
going. Like, I'm
Yep.
going to act
That's
like
what
a
I'm
good
saying. It's
man
like a
because
wash, rinse, and
we've
repeat.
seen
It's
it.
just
We've seen
yes,
it. And then the
yes.
mammies in your life will be like, he did this for you. That
Right,
means he's
right.
working on it and he's trying to keep your marriage together and
He's
you're just
changing and
ungrateful.
he's yeah,
You
yes,
got a good man, so you should just appreciate that but we know what he's up to. Like, you're living in this marriage or this
exactly.
relationship, so you're like, I know this is not gonna. Well, you
Y'all
should
are
just
on
be
the
happy
outside
that he's
looking
trying.
in. Yeah, yeah,
Like,
exactly.
yeah, and they're single. It's failed, but they're telling you should just be happy because this man is giving you this bone, so you should just take it. Like, that's how
Right.
they feel. We've been trained
With
to
gratefulness.
see it
Yes.
that way. Like, yeah, you got a good one, girl. He's been here 20 years
Yeah.
and he do something for you every once in a while when you want him to. So you got a good one. Like, he
Yeah.
stuck around. That's because you chose to stay there. That's why he didn't stick around. You chose
Exactly.
to
He didn't
keep
say
him.
you
That's
didn't
how I
leave
kept him.
yet. Yeah.
Right? So, and like the last one, I don't know if you caught on to what the last one. She wasn't really talking about the relationship between men and women. She was talking about the relationship between white women and black women
Black
being the
women.
same as
Yeah.
it is between in regular relationships. How black women always are crying out help them for the issues that we're
Mm-hmm.
going through. We're always crying out to white women and trying to let them see, but they never really listen to us until it affects them. Then they want to come and be like, oh, this is affecting us. Well, maybe we should listen to
Right. Yep.
the black women or the colored women. And that's what she was talking about in that last video, like
Mm-hmm.
how white women ignore us like men until something affects them. And then it's what these other women have been saying to us, but we didn't listen to them. So yeah. And that's
Right.
what I got out of that last video. But yeah, these were some good videos. And
They
y'all, if
were,
y'all,
and they really showed
yeah,
a good variety of all
different
women, you know
women.
what I mean, are
Yeah.
dealing with this, and it's like it's almost like we've been all been taught or tricked into thinking that this is natural, and it's not
It's,
healthy. Like we all gotta level up from this. But yes,
yeah.
I like how everybody just put it out there
So
and talked about it and shared.
my hope is with this channel is that we can get all women to realize that we're not different. Like, we're not going through
Hmm.
different things. Black women, I believe, are going through a little bit worse than I don't even want to say that no more because I see what other women are going on across around the world. How like a female
Hmm.
what's it, FGM, do you know what that is?
Oh yeah. But no,
Female genital
yeah, female
mutilation, and just
genital, yeah.
women in other countries can't show their faces or
Um,
their hair, or if they then they get unalived or punished because they got SA'd even if they were covered. So
yeah, I was gonna
I
say that,
don't even want
yeah.
to say that black women are being treated worse because that would, like, it's not true. We're being treated really bad in America by our men, but in different parts of the world as a whole, I wouldn't say black women are being treated the worst because it's other black
I
women
would say a
around the
lot of
world.
women, yeah, a lot of women of
Women.
color.
That's
Yeah.
what well, yeah, I would say of color
Because I
because,
mean, like,
like, yeah,
if you
if you're
if
in
you
other
yeah, if you
countries,
think about
European
it in
countries, they
foreign
got
countries
laws
and
and
those
they're
women,
mhm,
yeah. Yeah.
versus other European countries, those women are
Mhm.
getting
Yes.
mistreated, and because we can see it in these videos that they are getting treated, but in the people of color countries, those women are really, really oppressed by the men. So I don't. This is why this is not going to be a race country, and I know a lot of women don't like. I mean, a race channel. I know a lot of women don't want like when you want to support all women, and that's fine with me. But if they would just open up their eyes and minds, you will see that it's worldwide between the male and female species. So yeah, we're done with the videos. We did find some comments, ladies. A lot of comments from a lot of different women, not just black. All I marked out the names and the pictures. So we can go ahead if you don't have anything else to say, Zara. We can go ahead and show these comments if you want to get into the comments.
Yeah, so that just seems like it is just so common. Just looking at all those comments of women, like, yeah, this happened with my ex, or yeah, this has happened in the past, or this is why
Yeah,
I'm
it
divorced
was a lot
now.
more.
Like that's a lot. Like a lot of women out here just. And then like the comment where the girl was like, her ex said that like he knew that she wasn't happy, but he was
A
just
lot of
kind
them
of
say that.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah. Just
they just think
basically
it's
that goes
normal
back
for
to
marriages.
yeah, right. That just goes back to a lot of them know, but they just don't care, and they're gonna do what works for them or what benefits them. You know what I mean? It's just
And
like I really don't care about how you feeling.
they don't.
Tolerate it,
They don't
and
listen.
right,
They
right.
like Princella says, the first rule of loving somebody is actually being able to listen to them and understand them. If you can't listen to somebody and understand where they're coming from, you actually cannot love them. Like so, and ladies, I want you to know these comments were up under one post. It was under the original post of Shark. This wasn't from a lot of different women who have been talking
Yeah,
about this. This was just one post and the women that were under that post. So imagine all the hundreds and hundreds
right.
and
That could have been
hundreds
uploaded.
or even
Yes, in this
thousands
video.
of women that were commenting like this. You're not alone. Like you are not. These channels are being created daily, and like I
Right,
know we're all pissed off about what's going on with Cynthia G, the ones who actually support her, but like
right.
we posted a video about what's going on with her, and like I said, like the ball is already rolling, ladies. We see what's going on. It's like all races of women probably and all races of men listen to Cynthia G.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if different races of women follow us or not. If y'all do, feel free to conversate with us in the comments and let us know that you're here and let us know that you're following. But this is not just a black woman thing. So I
No,
think
this
all
is
races of
women.
women
Yeah, women, just
yeah,
women.
I'm encouraging all races of women to fight for Cynthia G. Even if you don't agree, says she's going to live and she's going to learn. Even if she's not saying what you want her to say, even if we're not saying what you want us to say. Because I know we both probably say some stuff you don't agree with. That's
Right.
fine. We're not going to all agree with everybody on
But
everything, but like
when
here,
it comes down to
yeah,
it, it's that woman support, like support other women. Like she's trying to put the message out there and she may deliver it different from you, and that's fine. Like, would we
yeah,
all want to deliver the message the same way? Absolutely not. That's like watching content creators with the same content. You want to hear it in different ways and different,
yeah,
outlooks on the
yeah,
situation. So yes, please
yeah,
support Sin because we need to fight together and stand together. But I feel like this is
yeah.
another
I'm not
word,
saying,
this
yeah.
is another saying that we could definitely put in our books with weaponized incompetence. It flows right in there with that. Permanent
Y'all, that's a
levels
whole nother
of
video.
tolerable unhappiness. Yeah, right.
Weaponized incompetence is a whole nother video,
Right.
and like y'all, a
But
lot of y'all are
yeah,
gonna be mad at me, but I
we have
believe that
returned to
weaponized
something.
incompetence. Yeah, that's our fault. I believe as a whole, we have to take accountability
Hmm.
for that. I mean, weaponized incompetence because we raise our boys like that. We raise them not to have
Right.
to do anything. We raise them. We don't teach them how to cook or how to
Hmm.
clean or how.
And they just
So
pretty
that's
much grow up
I.
into this and carry it on to wives.
Uh,
And now the
can we
wives take
really say
over.
that is weaponized? So can we really say that is weaponized if that's how they were raised and that's what they were taught by their mothers? Can we say that?
I think we can. Princella said
Like,
they know from a young age, so
but like, yeah, because I'm not teaching my sons not to be able to do
right.
anything for themselves. I have a 11-year-old guys and a 16-year-old, and like I
And you
don't
don't want that
do
to take them to
hardly
some other
anything.
woman when they leave your home. You know what I mean?
My
So
16
you
year
already
old has a
know.
little girlfriend. Listens are my 16 at school, and he would not show me a picture of her. I told him to invite him over. I told him to invite her over for dinner so me and his daddy could meet her and so I could
Uh-huh.
talk to her. And he's like, no, no, because he knows me. He knows
Right.
Mama would like grill her and be like telling her about men and like because y'all see how I talk on this channel. He does not want his friend to meet me. Like she's probably cute, but like if I'm drinking and she comes over for dinner, even if
Oh
I'm not
Lord.
drinking,
Yeah, don't
I'm
let her
gonna
have her
like I'm
margarita.
gonna tell her, girl, like if he's musty, like you don't need
I'm
to be talking
done.
to him. Why would you be dating a little musty little boy? Like, I'm not
Oh
gonna
Lord.
spare his feelings. Like I'm telling her. Like I asked him some
No,
questions
but he
about
is
her
about to
today.
bring her over there. He is not.
He's not gonna bring her because I'm so honest with him, and I'm like,
Right,
I don't try
right.
to spare his feelings, but I was like, I was asking him, what does he know about her, and he was like, nothing, pretty much. He don't know if she has a brother or a sister. He
Oh
doesn't know about
goodness.
her family. So I
He
pretty
just know
much
that
like
she
most
look
males,
good.
they don't care.
Yeah.
She's cute. That's probably all
Right.
he knows right now. I'm like,
Yep.
but like most males don't
Yeah.
care about us when they're dating us. They just
Right.
know you cute, and that's what they want. And I'm like,
Hmm.
yeah, so like I was like, invite her over for dinner. You can ask her what her favorite food is, and we can cook her favorite little meal. Because I will make him get in there and cook it for her, just so he'll know how to cook. Like because that's how I am.
Yes.
I make my boys cook meals when I got time. Like I work, but when I got time, I don't cook dinners for them. If I have to cook in the kitchen and help me, so they'll know like whatever they need to know. They get mad, but like whatever. And then like women in my family don't agree with that, but I'm just like, hey, I look at y'all sons and they don't know a whole lot of nothing, but that's not gonna be my
Right.
sons. So
Exactly. We're
so
doing the total
yeah,
opposite over here. You're gonna hand and send that into the world if
opposite.
you want to, but not over here.
We're not really over here, like
Right.
because
Because
a
my
lot of
oldest
girls,
doesn't live at home and he lives with his girlfriend. And when we go to visit them, she's like, yeah, he cooks pretty much 80% of our meals because she can't cook.
yeah,
So, yeah, so it
right.
feels good to, like, I'm not sending my
And
son out there
that's
into the
how most
world
of these little
not
girls
knowing
that we're
how.
raising are
Yeah.
going to be.
So,
Most of our
yeah,
daughters are going to
it's
be like that and looking for
completely
men
opposite. I
who do
refuse to
more.
send them out there that can't cook for themselves. No, you're not over here.
Yeah, I will
But
tell any
yeah.
girl both of my boys bring home. You don't do his laundry. You don't
Mhm.
do all of
Mhm.
that. Like I will tell the girls, even if they're not my daughters, no, you do. He
Right.
does the same things you do. And if you get married to him, I'm teaching him to do the same things that your mama taught you to do at the house. He's doing it in the house, and you'll know that
Mhm.
he's not incompetent. He can do it.
Right.
If he expects for you to go to work and work all day long like him, you're
Then
gonna
he can
know
cook.
that he
He's
can do
also
the
gonna be
same
able to
things
cook.
too.
Yeah, and
He
clean.
can, so the other party
Mhm.
won't be wore out and exhausted. And if it can't be
Right.
like that, girls, be single. That be single if you can't find a person that's your equal, or you be single. Be happy, be free, get a roommate. Get a girl roommate that does all of that
Get a
stuff for
cat.
you. Get a cat. Well, the cat ain't gonna cook, but that's fine. You'll still be at peace.
But
But if
you'll
you
you'll
do
have
want more than a
right. You'll
cat,
have
find a
emotional
woman
support.
roommate. Yeah, like fine, women can be roommates and get along. Like I said, as long as they're still like on the same level, like they can.
Right.
What race she is, women just have to be mentally on the same level. And right now, a lot of women are not. We can see the mammies out here. We're not mentally on the, like Princella would say, organic woman who actually is acting like a woman who is not male centered or male identified. That's the kind of woman you want to be around to protect your peace. So yeah, that's all I have to say on this. You have anything else to say? I know that we did not. We don't have a Dusty or
We didn't
a
have a
bandit or a
Dusty
pick me of
or
the
pick
week.
me. Yeah.
Sorry, y'all. We will sometimes. We forget sometimes
And y'all
because
can
we
send us some
are.
more if you want to. And our email is
Yeah,
let'sunwind3@gmail.com. Yep, send them
yeah.
in
We
because we need
are
more.
mothers. We're mothers and we are working, and I'm about to go back to school. I don't know if I told you that, but I'm about to look into going back to school. And Zara, we work out, we
Okay.
work, we do a lot. We meal prep, we do all of that. So we're trying to do this, and we're trying to get our community of women built, and we're trying to juggle all of this thing called life. So I forget
Right.
sometimes, but we will try to get them up there when we can. So y'all, yeah, this was a good show. This was interesting, to
Yeah.
say the least.
I like putting this information out there so women can know. Um, we all dealing with similar, if not the same, situations, but also let you know that it's not okay, and you can't be happy.
Yeah,
But yeah, that's
yeah.
all I had to say on that. Did you have anything else?
I just wanted to say thank you guys. We are almost at 200 subscribers. I know that's not a lot, but 200 of y'all are following us almost.
Love it,
And
love it. Thank y'all.
we do really want to do a giveaway once we get to 500 subscribers. I think we said
Yes,
500, didn't we?
yes. We'll do
I think we said
500. We'll
500.
do a
But
giveaway, and we'll start doing call-ins.
we want
So
to
I'm
do our
excited about
first
that.
call in. When we get to 500, we want to do our first call in. And we actually did our first well, we post all of our videos as lives, ladies, but we're not really
Yeah.
live. I don't know. We still haven't figured out this whole YouTube and StreamYard thing. So we post them and they're live, but we're not really on there talking at the moment, but we can get in there
Yeah.
if we're on there at the time and to you. But when we get to
Get to
500,
comment
we're
with
going
y'all.
to we're going to do where y'all can put your comments and go live with us. And we are going to do call-ins because we really, really want to get to know you all. And I really want to meet up with some of you all because we're all so busy. And I'm excited. We're both excited to get our community
Right.
started in 2024. A mission in
Build this
2024
tribe is the
to
mission.
actually, to meet up with some of you. So we can put some faces to your names and everything. So thank
Right.
you guys for following us. And that is all I have to say. So we're going to get out of here and we will see you all next Sunday, right?
All right. Yep. Love and blessings.
Sunday. Good night, ladies.